Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 1. Concerning Moab. This is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. Woe to Nebo! For it will be ruined. Kiriathaim will be disgraced and captured. The stronghold will be disgraced and shattered. Verse 2. Moab will be praised no more. In Heshbon people will plot her downfall. Come, let us put an end to that nation. You, the people of madmen, will also be silenced. The sword will pursue you. Moab will be praised no more. In Heshbon people will plot her downfall. Come, let us put an end to that nation. You, the people of madmen, will also be silenced. The sword will pursue you. Verse 3. Cries of anguish arise from Horonaim. Cries of great havoc and destruction. Verse 4. Moab will be broken. Her little ones will cry out. Verse 5. They go up the hill to Luith, weeping bitterly as they go. On the road down to Horonaim anguished cries over the destruction are heard. Verse 6. Flee. Run for your lives. Become like a bush in the desert. Verse 7. Since you trust in your deeds and riches, you too will be taken captive. And Chemosh will go into exile, together with his priests and officials. Verse 8. The destroyer will come against every town, and not a town will escape. The valley will be ruined and the plateau destroyed, because the Lord has spoken. Verse 9. Put salt on Moab, for she will be laid waste. Her towns will become desolate, with no one to live in them. Verse 10. A curse on anyone who is lax in doing the Lord's work. A curse on anyone who keeps their sword from bloodshed. Verse 11. Moab has been at rest from youth, like wine left on its dregs, not poured from one jar to another. She has not gone into exile, so she tastes as she did, and her aroma is unchanged. Verse 12. But days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will send men who pour from pitchers, and they will pour her out. They will empty her pitchers and smash her jars. Verse 13. Then Moab will be ashamed of Chemosh, as Israel was ashamed when they trusted in Bethel. Verse 14. How can you say, we are warriors, men valiant in battle? Verse 15. Moab will be destroyed and her towns invaded. Her finest young men will go down in the slaughter, declares the King, whose name is the Lord Almighty. Verse 16. The fall of Moab is at hand. Her calamity will come quickly. Verse 17. Mourn for her, all who live around her, all who know her fame. Say, how broken is the mighty scepter! How broken the glorious staff! Single quote. Verse 18. Come down from your glory and sit on the parched ground, you inhabitants of daughter Dibon. For the one who destroys Moab will come up against you and ruin your fortified cities. Verse 19. Stand by the road and watch, you who live in Aroer. Ask the man fleeing and the woman escaping. Ask them, what has happened? Single quote. Verse 20. Moab is disgraced, for she is shattered. Wail and cry out. Announce by the Arnon that Moab is destroyed. Verse 21. Judgment has come to the plateau, to Holon, Jazer and Mephath. Verse 22. To Dibon, Nebo and Beth Diblathaim. Verse 23. To Kiriathaim, Beth Gamel and Beth Meon. Verse 24. To Kerioth and Bozrah, to all the towns of Moab, far and near. Verse 25. Moab's horn is cut off. Her arm is broken, declares the Lord. Verse 26. Make her drunk, for she has defied the Lord. Let Moab wallow in her vomit. Let her be an object of ridicule. Verse 27. Was not Israel the object of your ridicule? Was she caught among thieves, that you shake your head in scorn whenever you speak of her? Verse 28. Abandon your towns and dwell among the rocks. You who live in Moab, be like a dove that makes its nest at the mouth of a cave. Verse 29. We have heard of Moab's pride. How great is her arrogance! Of her insolence, her pride, her conceit and the haughtiness of her heart. Verse 30. I know her insolence, but it is futile, declares the Lord. And her boasts accomplish nothing. Verse 31. Therefore I wail over Moab. For all Moab I cry out. I moan for the people of Kir Hareseth. Verse 32. I weep for you, as Jazer weeps. You vines of Sibmah, your branches spread as far as the sea. They reached as far as Jazer. The destroyer has fallen on your ripened fruit and grapes. I weep for you, as Jazer weeps. You vines of Sibmah, your branches spread as far as the sea. They reached as far as Jazer. The destroyer has fallen on your ripened fruit and grapes. Verse 33. Joy and gladness are gone from the orchards and fields of Moab. I have stopped the flow of wine from the presses. No one treads them with shouts of joy. Although there are shouts, they are not shouts of joy. Verse 34. The sound of their cry rises from Heshbon to Elealeh and Jahaz. From Zoar as far as Horonaim and Eglath-Shelishiah. For even the waters of Nimrim are dried up. Verse 35. In Moab I will put an end to those who make offerings on the high places and burn incense to their gods, declares the Lord. Verse 36. So my heart laments for Moab like the music of a pipe. It laments like a pipe for the people of Kir Hareseth. The wealth they acquired is gone. Verse 37. Every head is shaved and every beard cut off. Every hand is slashed and every waist is covered with sackcloth. Verse 38. On all the roofs in Moab and in the public squares there is nothing but mourning. For I have broken Moab like a jar that no one wants, declares the Lord. Verse 39. How shattered she is! How they wail! How Moab turns her back in shame! Moab has become an object of ridicule, an object of horror to all those around her. Verse 40. This is what the Lord says. Look, an eagle is swooping down, spreading its wings over Moab. Verse 41. Kerioth will be captured and the strongholds taken. In that day the hearts of Moab's warriors will be like the heart of a woman in labor. Verse 42. Moab will be destroyed as a nation because she defied the Lord. Verse 43. Terror and pit and snare await you, you people of Moab, declares the Lord. Verse 44. Whoever flees from the terror will fall into a pit. Whoever climbs out of the pit will be caught in a snare. For I will bring on Moab the year of her punishment, declares the Lord. Verse 45. In the shadow of Heshbon the fugitives stand helpless. For a fire has gone out from Heshbon, a blaze from the midst of Sihon. It burns the foreheads of Moab, the skulls of the noisy boasters. Verse 46. Woe to you, Moab! The people of Chemosh are destroyed. Your sons are taken into exile and your daughters into captivity. Verse 47. Yet I will restore the fortunes of Moab in days to come, declares the Lord. Here ends the judgment on Moab.